I'm going to show y'all something right here. And this, you're going to realize this whole media shit is fake. Remember I told you, you go to this website, inversewire.com. I said, it's kind of odd that this article is up here from like 4 weeks ago. It's still at the top. Any news website would have recycled their top story, but it's still up there about pay no attention to the Grand Wizard. This is an article pretty much about Grand Wizard. It just uses Drake and Aiden as a thumbnail. Yeah, what does Charlamagne say? Let's go back. Charlamagne, this is why you keep getting these gotchas, right? You got to stop lying, Charlotte. I love you, but you got to stop lying. Here we go.
Worldwide nigga that is.
Here we go.
Can I read this? Can I read this?
Yeah, from what site? Just say the site one more time.
Inversewire.com, which is a very reputable site.
Inversewire.com, which is a real reputable site. Charlamagne the God, the guy who's involved in politics, who's interviewed goddamn Kamala Harris, I think even Joe Biden.
This is exactly why I told you not to do this interview with Charlamagne the God, bro. This man's a master manipulator, bro. You got to remember, he's older than you. He's been in the game longer than you. And Charlamagne knows how to talk to, even when he's wrong, he can make it seem like he's right. If y'all go watch this interview on Akademiks' channel, 90% of the comment section said that Charlamagne the God won. Not because he was actually right. It was because of Charlamagne's body language, bro. He was calm the entire interview. His voice didn't get too high. It didn't get too low. And the way that he speaks, he makes you feel like he's right. Akademiks is more passionate and emotional. Akademiks, his voice will go high, it'll go low, it'll squeak a little bit. Akademiks stutters when he talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, this interview showed the experience advantage that Charlamagne has over Akademiks when it comes to speaking. You got to remember, Charlamagne the God is the author of books, bro. The man has books that have sold very well. Charlamagne the God is a man that is well spoken. He reads books. I'm pretty sure he's read books like the 48 Laws of Power. In books like that, it teaches you how to beat people in the mind and manipulate people to where even when you don't know something, even when you're speaking about something that you don't really know, you could still make it seem like you're right. And that's what happened in this interview, bro. Charlamagne was doing a whole lot of backpedaling. He was literally lying. And he was little boying Akademiks the entire interview. Like, he was talking to Akademiks like he's his son. I wouldn't even say little brother. The man Charlamagne was talking to act like he was his son, bruh. There was a point where he called Akademiks crazy. But we find out that this website that Charlamagne the God is talking about, this is not a credible website, bro. This website was created very recently, and this is what Akademiks is about to say in the next clip. This is a website that was created recently, and it was created literally right before the Iceman album came out. And this website has articles bashing the Iceman album, and it has articles bashing DJ Akademiks and Grand Wizard, who works for Akademiks. So obviously, whoever owns this website is somebody that does not like DJ Akademiks, that's trying to tear down his empire, and they don't like Drake. Drake has been the #1 rapper in the world for the past 15 years. DJ Akademiks has been dominating hip-hop and rap media for close to 15 years. So when Akademiks is telling Charlamagne that there's people out there that's trying to take them from their spot, and Charlamagne the God is acting like he doesn't know what he's talking about, the reason why Charlamagne is doing that is because he's a part of the people that's trying to take down Akademiks. You think Charlamagne is happy that Akademiks, who's younger than him, that said that he idolized Charlamagne, has surpassed Charlamagne the God in his own field? You think he's happy about that? Nah, bro, he's a man at the end of the day, bro. He wants his spot back. And this is his way of doing it, bro. So, I'm going to be honest, bro. You can't blame nobody but yourself for people saying that you lost this debate with Charlamagne, because you never should have agreed to it in the first place. Once you found out Charlamagne was doing business with Roc Nation and he didn't tell you, you're supposed to close that back door. You don't go and sit down and do an interview with this nigga, bro.
See, what he's saying is a reputable site. Inverse Wire, we're on it. I told you the article on there. The date of publishing was June 17th. It's still on their front page. Let's do a little research, chat. Everybody could do this. You go to a website called whois.com. This is going to give you the info about every website in the world. Whois.com. Y'all could do it yourself. Let's go to domain or IP and type in inversewire.com. When you type that in, it says the fucking website was registered on 5/13, 2 days before Drake album dropped, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. This is what I'm dealing with in the media. Mad reputable. How's it mad reputable? Nobody ever heard of it. No, it's mad reputable. It was registered 2 days before Drake album dropped. Come on, bro. Yo, I'm telling y'all, this yo, where my belt? Where my belt? Y'all gonna keep getting belt to ass when y'all keep lying like this.
You know what I mean when I say Charlamagne the God is a master manipulator, bruh? Charlamagne knew this wasn't a credible website. The website that he's saying is credible, that's not doing a hate smear campaign on Akademiks and Drake, this website was created 2 days before the Iceman album dropped. And ironically, this website was posting all types of hate towards Drake and his album and how the album is trash. You feel me? But see, Charlamagne knows that this website wasn't credible, but because this was because this was a sit-down interview, you're not going to have time to take out your phone and fact check if this website is credible or if it's been around for years. You don't have time to do that. But nobody's ever heard of this inverse wire crap chat. Nobody's heard of this website. But see, this is why you shouldn't have agreed to do the interview. What you should have did is you should have had a live stream debate with Charlamagne the God. That way he can come into your world. When you're home, when you're streaming on YouTube and kicking Twitch, right? That's your bar part, bro. You've been doing this for years, bro. That's your shit. But when you leave the house and you go to do a sit-down interview that's not live, it's pre-recorded, right? Now you're going into Charlamagne the God's world, bro, because Charlamagne the God is a radio host, bro. He's not a streamer. Charlamagne the God doesn't stream on Kick. He doesn't stream on Twitch. He don't even stream on YouTube. Charlamagne the God is on the radio. He's a radio host. He does interviews on the radio. So you put yourself at a disadvantage. Imagine if you and Charlamagne's debate would have been live and you said, you know what, Charlamagne, because you would have been home, you would have been on a computer. Y'all know Akademiks be typing like Dexter's Laboratory. You could have said, yo, Charlamagne, you know what? Let me see if you're right. If you're right, I'll give you $10,000. If I'm right, you give me $10,000. You could have went on this website and you would have proved that he was lying. If that would have been in an interview with you and Charlamagne, you would have automatically won. There would have been no debate. You automatically won. But see, you don't have time to do that when you're doing a sit-down interview. That's why Charlamagne the God wanted to do a sit-down interview with you, bruh. Chat, I guarantee you Charlamagne the God didn't even recommend. You think Charlamagne called Ak and said, yo, Ak, let me come on your live stream on Kick and let's talk. No, he wanted to sit down face to face, bruh, so he could have the advantage. This is what Charlamagne was doing the entire interview, bruh. He was lying. He was backpedaling. Even when the man got caught lying, bruh, he was coming up with the dumbest excuses as to why he lied. And the way that he was talking, his body language, you would just think that he's right. If you don't really know what's going on, if you're not paying attention to Akademiks, if you're not really tapped into what Akademiks got going on, you would just automatically believe what Charlamagne is saying. Because there's a lot of people that don't like Akademiks. You feel me? Akademiks got a lot of haters. You know, Charlamagne got a lot of haters as well. But, you know, Akademiks is more hated than Charlamagne in my opinion. You feel me? So, Ak, this is why I say, bruh, you played yourself, bruh. Now, Ak, I guarantee you, reach out to Charlamagne and say, you know what, Charlamagne, I'm going to go live on Kick. I want you to come on my live stream. You could either cam up on my live stream or my YouTube, or let me call you on the phone and let's have another conversation. I guarantee you Charlamagne the God won't agree to do it. I guarantee you Charlamagne the God will not agree to have a live conversation with you where he goes live, you go live. I guarantee you Charlamagne will not agree to have a live stream chat with you while you're at the house. You got the computer next to you, because when Charlamagne the God is lying on live stream, every time he says something that even sounds like it's a lie, you say, hey, Charlamagne, hold up. Let me research what you're saying to see if it's true or if you're capping. He's not going to agree to do it. Because Charlamagne the God, you know, he knows that he's going to lose. He knows he's going to look bad. That's why you should have closed that back door,
How many more do I got to debunk? Look, registered on. Registered on. Come on. Come on, bruh. The website was set up 2 days before Drake's album went out. Why? Clearly a smear campaign versus the niggas they feel is giving a belt to ass. Bro, chat, do I need to say more? Let's go back to Charlamagne's own words. Let's go back. Every time I keep exposing them. Yo, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and your stupid ass employees. Y'all can't do nothing with me. You hire a bunch of illiterate motherfuckers. And as soon as y'all try to get over this dumb shit, nigga, I expose y'all again. Stop it. How do you get caught in this very reputable website? Nigga was established 2 days before Drake's album. Nigga.
Act, once you found this out, you should have called Charlamagne on the phone, bro. You're on live, right? The minute that you found out that this nigga lied to you again, because chat, let's be honest, right? If you let a nigga lie to you one time, right? You can't get mad if they lied to you a second time. This nigga, bruh, Charlamagne didn't tell you that he was trying to get a casino with Jay-Z and Roc Nation. You found that out. He didn't tell you that. So, after you caught him lying the first time, you want to go do a sit-down interview with him and you think he's going to be honest with you this time? You think he's going to tell you the truth this time? So now that you caught him lying for a second time and you exposed him, you should have called him on the phone. The same way that you call Whack when you're on live, the same way that you call other people, you should have immediately called Charlamagne on live in front of the chat and said, nigga, I caught you lying again. What do you got to say now? What do you got to say now? You feel me? And it's like, it's crazy how during the interview, right? Charlamagne the God tried to lie and act like he's not a Drake hater, right? The same Charlamagne that said that Future was going to be on Iceman before the album even came out. He said Drake was doing a stream at the CN Tower before the album even came out. Charlamagne said that during the whole, when Drake was beefing with Meek Mill, Charlamagne said that he reached out to Drake and let Drake know that there was reference tracks floating around of Drake's Ghostwriter. But everybody knows DJ Drama's the one that leaked the reference tracks. DJ Drama is the reason why we found out that, first of all, Meek Mill exposed it, right? Meek Mill exposed it on Twitter, right? And then DJ Drama was the one that dropped the reference tracks of Quentin Miller rapping Drake's words bar for bar, exposing Quentin Miller for ghostwriting for Drake on the If You're Reading This Is Too Late album. But Charlamagne was making it seem like the reason why Drake found that out is because of him. And Charlamagne was like, oh, why you think Drake said you gonna make me buy bottles for Charlamagne? Like, nigga, you didn't expose no information that niggas didn't already. Everybody knows that was DJ Drama. DJ Drama did that because Drake was smashing his girl. Everybody knows this, bruh. DJ Drama has literally done interviews admitting that he leaked the reference tracks because Drake smashed his girlfriend at the time. Everybody knows this, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, Charlamagne, you were a Drake fan for like 2 weeks when Back to Back came out. And that's only because Drake bought you bottles, bro. Drake shouted you out. So you show love back. You feel me? But it just goes to show that when you can no longer benefit off of somebody because as years went by, right? Because you were a Drake fan after that, right? But as years went by, you went right back to reverting to being a Drake hater. Why? Because you don't have any type of benefit off of Drake. He doesn't do interviews with the Breakfast Club. He's not shouting you out in songs no more. He didn't buy you no more bottles after that one time. But you know who he is showing love to? DJ Akademiks. Who did Drake buy the OVO chain for? Akademiks. Who did Drake have on the live stream of the Iceman album episode? Akademiks. He was actually there with Drake. And you feel some type of way about that because you weren't involved with that. You was involved with Back to Back 10 years ago, but 2026, when nobody's watching the Breakfast Club like that anymore, the interviews aren't even posted on YouTube, they're posted on Netflix, right? Now you're back hating on Drake. But who are you glazing? Jay-Z. Why? Because you and Jay-Z are friends with each other and Jay-Z helps you get money, bro. If Jay-Z would have got approved for that casino in Town Square in New York, you would have had share. You would have basically owned parts of it, bro. That's why you go so hard for Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and that's why you're going at Drake, bro. Cause Drake's dissing your cause Charlamagne idolizes Jay-Z the same way Akademiks idolizes Charlamagne. You know what I'm saying? So come on, bro. Like Akademiks, bro. You wasted your time doing an interview with this guy, bro. You played yourself, bro.